I had to quiet down before I go inside. That's why I'm out here in my porch.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's
Oh
funny.
shoot. Oh damn. We live, baby.
Yes, we are live, you guys. So, good evening, everybody. I'm Dustin from TrackDaz, and tonight, little different segment, and it looks like we lost Jules, but the segment's called Ask the Superfans, and I've got Jules and Kris from the Pin the Gas podcast. These maniacs,
What?
lunatics. And then I've also got this lunatic over here in the CFE hat. I don't know if you guys remember this, but he's the guy that Stanboli body slammed at the podium at Jersey.
Body
Yeah.
slammed.
So I would say it's safe to say you guys are mega fans of our sport, and you know
Hell
what?
yeah.
I think it's just cool to talk about what's going on, and it's really funny because Road Racing World posted that who's gonna ride the Ducati thing today, and I'm like, dude, that's what we were gonna talk about anyway.
Yeah.
I
That's
saw
awesome.
that today. I was like, oh man, that's gonna be a great topic.
Yes.
Dude. It's
Right.
it's been such a hot commodity of a topic, man.
Right. Yep.
Oh, man. I tagged you, Dustin, in a Facebook comment. I was like, yo, let him ride the shit, yo.
Somebody said that, and I was like, wait a minute, dude. Like, no.
That was me.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
no. There was another person that said your name.
oh, it was Andrew Gower, probably.
Andrew, yes. I think
Yeah.
it was.
Oh
yeah.
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 That
Yeah. So
Yeah.
super funny. But yeah, I mean that's that's just how we roll, right?
That's it. That's exactly how we roll.
that's how
Yeah.
you know we're confident in your abilities.
Right. Dude, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm nowhere near the talent. I'm nowhere near the talent for that kind of stuff, man.
Give it a shot.
No, dude, I'm a club racer, and I'm fully aware and super okay with being a club racer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pennant to win.
Club
That's what
racer,
I gotta
club
do.
soda. Yo, I've been really on that Lorenzo Zanetti tip. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
get that motherfucker back.
They threw his name
So
out there,
let's-
and I was like, I'm thinking, oh, he'd be a perfect fit for back on Ducati.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about MotoAmerica Superbike just a little bit, right, guys? I mean,
Let's do it.
obviously you've got Cam P and you got Jake
Mhm.
on the Attack Yamaha, and then
Mhm.
I mean, it's looking like it's going to be on the Titlers thing. It's going to be PJ and Corey Alexander and Cam Bobier, right? It's really
Damn,
looking
3
that
super
way.
bike.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I knew-
I think those guys kind of cleaned up their pit a little bit and kind of ditched the stock 1,000 thing and just focused 100% on Superbike. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like. What do you guys think?
Wait. So Hector Barber realized that he's kind of basura?
Oh, wow, dude. I
And
mean,
now we're already into
dude.
it. Oh man.
I mean, look, dude. I know Jules is notorious for saying riders are trash, but I mean, come on, dude. I mean,
think it's a good move for
Hector,
Tyler's.
Hector was going good, I mean,
He was.
but he and PJ kind of swapped like similar results, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think PJ was getting a little more out of it towards the end of the season, whereas Hector spent more time on the ground, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It seemed like
You know.
Hector was falling off towards like 3/4 way through the season, and PJ was just killing it halfway through
He
the year.
was.
Just
Yeah.
with like once they start figuring out that bike is a rocket ship. There is not much holding that thing back. And it was just a matter of him learning his suspension setup, learning electronic, because it's still a new bike. And like, what is it? Maybe 3 years old for that model, or for at least that configuration.
for the BMW, I think
Hector's a
that
good
might have been
guy.
a new. I think that might have been a new
Yeah,
bike, dude.
2022, right?
Yeah.
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 This
It's
is
22.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
thought
not,
they redesigned that in 21. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not really sure,
But like
man. I'm not
either
really
way, it's
sure.
still a brand new bike. I mean, look at the Ducati with the V4. They're technically like 2 years into a good MotoAmerica scene, and
Mhm.
they had to throw a MotoGP rider on it to do something, and I
That's
don't
true.
think he was expecting results like he did. And then you throw someone like PJ and Hector on there. Granted, they're great riders. I mean, they're not MotoGPs of what everyone considers for Bertucci, but they start bringing that thing out. Like, that is a bike that once you get the bike molded around the rider, that rider is going to pull that bike full potential out. And I don't think it's going to be a bike that people are going to see coming. Now, you throw someone like Cam Bure on there, oh no, I see problems for Yamaha.
I do too.
I mean, look, dude, I was at the test at Buttonwillow a couple weeks ago, right? And you know, Cam did exactly what Richard said. I mean, Stanboli was saying that, you know, Cam's got this thing where, you know, he's just kind of inching in, you know, he tips his toe in there and he's kind of like super consistent, and then bam, he throws down. And that's exactly what happened, dude. Like, I mean, I would say he was only a couple of tenths off his best time on the Yamaha the first day on the BMW. So, I mean, he's ripping.
That's amazing.
He's ripping.
Yes.
That dude is definitely switched on, man. Anybody that counted that dude out because of his results in Moto 2, I
They're a
don't know,
fool.
man. They're
a
dumb.
fool.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah. They're a fool. For sure.
I was such a front runner for Cam B when he was in Moto 2. I was like, yeah, let's do it for Merca.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. I also wanted to bring up the fact that it's crazy how fast these BMWs are coming up. You know what I mean? Like in all motorsports, and World Superbike and British Superbike as well. These BMWs are getting really close to being.
At the
dude.
These BMWs get really close. Really close.
Yeah.
Maybe they're more of a complete package off the showroom floor than most other, super bikes are.
I mean, look, you know, our bikes are what, 17? The Yamahas are 17 grand off the showroom floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what that BMW M thing is, but
Probably 32,
right,
maybe. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's like 28, anywhere from 28 to 32. Something like that.
Right.
and then obviously the Ducati is what, 40 something, right?
45, something like that. Something ridiculous.
You know what I could do with $45,000? I could buy 45,000 McChickens.
He said, "Build
that too, yeah.
I mean, get most of the way, right? Get most of the way.
Yeah, you get a nice little chunk into it.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, so we've got that going on, and then you know, obviously there's the Suzuki, the M4 Vision Wheels team. You know,
Yes.
I don't know who their second guy is. You know, they came out at the test with Escalante, and Escalante is still kind of figuring it out. I mean, I think he was. He told me he doesn't like Buttonwillow.
That's funny.
So
he's fast.
Oh, dude, he's a ripper. What'd you say?
Yeah,
He's
was
fast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But the Willow is a basura of a track.
Nah, dude, he was just he told me he struggled there on the 600 too. I mean, I don't know, it's weird. But I tell you what, man, you know, PJ on the BMW, man, that dude was ripping. He was absolutely ripping, and he'd never been to Buttonwillow before. So,
for real?
Oh yeah, he'd never been there before. Yeah, well, he's dude, he's like one of them New Yorker dudes. Like Buttonwillow ain't in his backyard. Right? Buttonwillow's not in his backyard, so like, of course, PJ's gonna take a minute and figure it out. But dude, he was ripping, you know.
He was ripping.
Anyway, so Corey Alexander, he looked like he was kind of trying to figure out the Superbike because it's a little bit different than the stock 1000 bike that he's been riding since NAMM, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that dude's been in stock 1000 since NAMM, dude. Like, right?
POW.
So, but yeah, so you know, there may be a second rider for the M4 team. I don't know who that would be. And then obviously the Ducati, and you know, like the Chivy BMW?
Yeah, the Chivy racing.
Yeah, they're probably gonna stick around.
Yeah.
So J. Lou got the boot.
Who?
J. Lou. Lewis.
Jake Lewis. I don't know. I didn't see him at the test.
Yikes.
Yeah, that dude's a good.
I like
dude.
him.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
He's super cool.
And he's aggressive and all that stuff. Yeah. And, it's
he's
just
tall as shit.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. I mean, the Superbike is quite a bit different than the stock 1000 bike, but damn, dude, like he rode for Yosh back in the day, right? So
yeah, he did.
I'd like to see him moving forward, but I don't.
Me too.
I don't really know what's going on with that dude.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And then the Ducati, like who's gonna ride that thing? I mean, you kind of got to give Heron the nod for that, right? I mean,
absolutely got to give it to Heron.
I guess.
I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, he's on that team already, and
he won the Super Sport title.
I was very bummed to see Petrucci didn't stay, dude. Like I mean, we kind of knew he wasn't going to stay.
One more year would have been good to see him.
We kind of shit on him a little bit. I mean, the dude.
I mean, well, he shit on us in MotoAmerica.
He did. But I will say this, dude. Like Richard and I talked about it at the end of the season, and it was like, maybe a lot of the crap that came out of his mouth was kind of lost in translation because English is not his first language. Maybe it sounded cooler in Italian, right? But
I'm sure it did.
The dude turned around at the end, and he knew what the score was. I mean, he knew he was there. There was no way he was gonna beat Jake. I mean,
no.
The only way he was gonna win that thing is if Jake hucked it down the road, right?
Yeah.
So
I won't lie, he gave a little bit of a scare for me in the beginning of the season. I was like, oh shit, he's coming, yo.
He put on a
and then it went downhill from not downhill, like you got to give him credit where credit's deserved.
Yeah,
but like in terms of not even, because it was really close. Yeah. So he did give me a little bit of an anxiety attack.
I mean, Jake throwing the thing down the road a bunch, like he gave up 60 points by doing that. Like, I mean, whatever. I mean, I said it. I said it. I posted that, and it was a response to something. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? That dude got smoked. Like even one of the guys on our team was like, come on, man, you did. I'm like, no, dude, like, no, not even close.
He did. No.
Take away the crashing.
The crashes. Yeah.
But whatever. Jake's got the one plate again and the weight of it. So
yes, he does.
Him and his 47-second leads.
With KMB back, it's going to be. I think it might put a little bit more pressure on him.
45 seconds.
Jake.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. What do you think, Richard?
Like I said, I was going to say, I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names tonight. KMB's going to do great. I think who? What's one? Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you still recovering from that Richard Stanboli body slam? I think so.
Is it body slam or like a tombstone pile driver?
Yeah.
Cam. What I was going to say was Cam Peterson. Last year, we saw that his progression throughout the year was getting better and better. Like you said, there's no 45-second lead for Jake, and Cam was just killing it, getting closer. I think this year, nobody should sleep on Cam Peterson. I think it's going to be a 3 Yamaha battle, and there might be a BMW thrown in there every now and then. But I think it's going to be like Cam Peterson, Kanye, Schultz, and maybe PJ and Bart and Bobier would be the ones. Would be the BMWs,
right?
But it's going to be really hard to beat both the attack Yamaha.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I believe that. I think Cam P is definitely coming. I mean, that dude is so hungry, man. And like, I kind of feel like it was last year, 2021, when at the beginning of the season, not a single person picked Jake to win. Not a single person. No. You go back and you look, not a single person. And I'm like, dude, I was at all the tests, so I knew Jake was going to be smoking fast, right? But like,
I don't think it's that bad though.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it
was pretty bad.
I saw it, bro. I saw it.
What they say, like Jake Gagne had like 24 wins and like 16 of them came last season.
Yeah.
to start off
Yeah.
or something like
Bro,
that.
you almost swept the
That's
season, dude.
amazing.
Yeah, I think he
It's
got
like,
what,
that's crazy.
16 out of
It's like-
19 or something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like, he had like
almost swept it.
He had like 23 wins in his career, and now it's counting to 16 from last year, from 22 or 21. I was like,
Right.
that's insane. I was like, that just shows like he was following Cam all that Bouvier for all that time, and he learned so much from that man.
He did.
And then when he left, Jake just picked up and same ball like Cameron had and just went with it.
Yep.
And that's just like I think what Peterson's going to do the exact same thing. If this would be having to be his last year in MotoAmerica, which I hope it's not, I just see Cam just rolling that ball straight into the next season, and just another dominating performance type of thing. Because he's hungry. You can see it when he gets second. He's challenging for first when he's getting second. There's very few instances where he's 7-8 seconds back in second place. There's very few times.
Yeah.
I throw Skoltz in there too, man.
Yeah,
Skoltz is a
I throw
freaking
Skoltz.
dog.
Yeah.
Skoltz is a dog.
that dude's a warrior, is what he
Yes,
is.
he is. Skoltz
He's
is
a
definitely a
freaking
warrior.
dog.
He's a beast.
I was gonna ask all three of you. So if we were gonna do a rider draft for Attack Yamaha, right? And you had the first pick of the draft, Gagne or Beaubier?
Dude, that is like
You
right
have to pick
now,
one. They can't be on the
dude.
same team.
Yeah, right now.
Right now, because Richard did bring up a good point. Like Gagne was chasing Beaubier for a little bit, at least from when I was watching. I'm still very new to all this shit. Oh, can I curse?
Yeah,
My
so
bad.
I don't give a
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Like,
Oh, there you go.
dude, this
So
is YouTube, man. This ain't like ABC.
Yeah,
Come on
right?
now.
I'm still new to all this fuck wank bugger shitting arse in the hole.
We're not doing an after school special, brother.
So
No, it's half
with
the
Beaubier stepping off and going to Moto 2,
Absolutely.
that's when we saw the emergence of Gagne. But that begs the question: if they were given the same Attack Yamaha bike and you had to choose one first round pick and you can't have them both in one team,
Man,
Beaubier
that would be
Gagne.
a dream team, don't you think?
Yeah, it would.
No, that would have been
asking-
everybody should just quit team. That's what it would have been.
Are you asking
I mean,
in the
Like, how is
sense
that
of, like,
different from now, though? I mean, honestly, like, how is that different from now? Because I mean, it's been pretty much 1-2 finish, right? So,
Yeah.
Are you asking in the sense of would you take Gagne and Beaubier now, where he's coming back from Moto 2, or are you talking about before he left to go to Moto 2 and Gagne now?
I would say based on MotoAmerica accolades.
Ooh.
you know what, dude? I'm gonna go with Gagne, man. Like, I like Cam B too,
I
but
agree.
dude, Gagne is he's just a fun
On
dude,
another
man.
level.
Like, I like that guy.
He's just a fun dude. Like,
Dude, I go up,
He's just-
I walk up to him at the track in the morning. He's eating this like stucco looking shit. I'm like, what is
Oh
that,
God,
dude?
not that.
in
not
like-
that
flip flops
he's
and
like-
board shorts.
Dude, he's like, oh, it's my oatmeal. I'm like, that doesn't look like oatmeal. He's like, oh, I put a little chocolate in there. Like, you put
Nice.
chocolate in your oatmeal, dude?
Nice. That's awesome.
So yeah, like, I mean, Jake's he's a different character, man, and that dude,
Yeah, I pick him too.
Dude, he just has like this desire to just destroy people, man. It's
he
awesome,
does.
and it's
With
taken
a
him
smile
a while.
on his face.
It's taken him a while to get there, and Cam Beaubier was there for a long time, So,
Well, Cam also set the bar up high for everybody.
oh,
else,
he
you
did,
know?
dude, and I
That's
think
also true.
he's gonna do it
Yeah.
again too.
He is,
I mean,
and I'm sure that also put extra pressure on Gagne when he took up the mantle after he left. So he had to elevate his game, and you can
Agreed.
tell by his mind state now. His headspace. He's in a completely new. Yeah, man, he's just killing it. He's been absolutely murdering it.
I mean, that team, they made some adjustments in the team, and they got a different data guy, and they got Corn Dog over there as the crew chief, settling him down, and
Mhm.
The guy's a freaking legend.
you look at
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Jake the last 2 years versus Jake in 2020. It ain't even the same dude.
No,
I mean, he was doing all that violent, the bike tying itself into knots and stuff that year that
Mhm.
Cam basically won everything. And now, I mean, dude, he just drives forward,
yes, he does.
And, I got to sit and listen to the words of wisdom from Corn Dog in Portugal. I just kind of sat in on their little like debrief sesh, and the stuff that was coming out of Corn Dog's mouth, I was just like, like, wow, dude! Like, I wish I could afford to pay you to be my guy in the pits.
I know,
You know
that's
what I mean?
On another level.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
His writing style's also changed too, Jake's.
It's super clean, super textbook.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you call
so
it textbook.
clean.
He does this thing.
No.
It's not textbook?
I was
No.
joking. I was joking
I don't
with his
think so.
dad. I was joking with his dad, and it was like, dude, he's got the Gagne flick thing. You know, like he gets the thing, and he flips
He
the
stands
thing.
it up.
He's
Yes.
damn near upright, and like
Yes.
in like the blink of an eye, man. Like he just does this flick thing, and yeah, it's amazing to watch. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know who I'd pick between those two, man. But yeah, damn it. Like the thing is, like who would you pick? You know, say, you know, it was the $1 billion Powerball, right? And you win that,
Yeah.
like, and you start a team. Like, who do you pick to ride it? You know,
I'll tell you who I pick. Show.
who do you?
I already know what he's gonna say.
What is he?
He's
Come on,
gonna
man.
say
Come on, let him hear it.
top rack Razgallo,
Yes.
straight up.
Top Rack's already. Who's available though? Like, who's available?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd agree with you, Dustin. I think
Yeah.
I'd give that to Gagne, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's just straight 2-year dominance.
So let's throw out some names for that Ducati though, right? Like, I mean, Road Racing World totally just teed it up
They
for
threw
us,
some
right?
Good names
It's a
out
hot
there,
seat.
too.
Dude, when I saw Chaz Davies listed, I was like, dude, that would be
What?
perfect.
No
That would be
way.
mega.
Woo.
Yes.
I mean,
Sheesh.
Chaz Davies, that dude knows all the tracks here. You know, he hasn't been here in a minute, but
Mhm.
you know, he'd pick it up really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, that
And
would,
he knows the Ducati.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that dude definitely would be up there, I think. And you know,
100%.
they listed Hector, and I was like,
Hector. Yeah.
Yeah.
it made me raise my eyebrow a little bit on that one, dude.
I think with Hector it would be like a 1 year and done type of thing. But I think Ducati wants to find someone they can start basing a team for a couple years on and go from there. Hector would be great for like another one year and done type of thing. But then they would go to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously, you know, Heron, Heron's already on that team. He won the championship for them in the super sport class.
Beating on
did.
little kids.
If it was speaking of
Wow.
little kids, Tyler, yeah. If it was me and I was
What?
Ducati, I would go
You
after
mean Heron,
KMD.
who was Kim? I mean, like, are you talking about Heron, who's beating up on these old Yamaha R6s compared to that brand new, freshly done V-Till? I mean,
And little kids.
little kids. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
first of all,
Little kids.
Jules, first of all,
Let me-
I would have to say, I don't know if you've ever actually met or seen Rocco Landers, but I wouldn't call him a little kid.
No, he's not.
At least
He's
not anymore.
I never met him. I never
Oh,
met
no?
him, but I know he's skyrocketed in
Dude, he's
height.
got, he looks like a linebacker
Was-
now,
He
dude.
does.
Was he like?
He's got the
Shoot.
jaw. He's
Sorry,
got like
sir.
that. He's got that like all-American jawline and stuff, and I'm like,
that
kinda-
perfect Garrett Gerloff chisel.
I'm honestly kind of scared of him. Actually, it's like the dude's humongous.
I'm
Like,
Rocco
That's
Landers.
hilarious.
yeah, dude. Like I wouldn't call him a little kid.
Well, I just want to throw it out there before like I get like slaughtered for my comments. Listen, everybody in MotoAmerica, you have to be talented as hell to race here. When I say someone's trash, I don't literally mean someone's trash. It just means they're like my least favorite. But you know, it's fun to poke at the stuff. You know, I'm new to this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, sue me.
Yeah,
I'm having fun. This is fun. This is amazing.
yeah. So,
Oh yeah, that's what
let's
you
see.
gotta do.
What-
You gotta
Yeah.
have fun.
That's it.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
you know, I'm kind of with you guys too. I mean, I saw your commentary on the chat or whatever, and Zanetti, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they got to call that guy back up because I mean, that dude. He's the dude that filled in for that team when PJ caught
did.
fire, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he actually podiumed
And then,
too,
well,
didn't he?
And
Yeah.
he
smoked
won
like Italian
2 years
sausages.
ago at Indy.
Oh yeah,
He won in
right.
Indy
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was like the
around
first
the
time, it
Cam.
was the first time Ducati won in like 15 years or something
Yeah.
like that. It was something
Yeah,
like-
dude.
Yeah.
No,
And
it
yeah,
was
it
something
was.
ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
Ducati didn't
Yeah.
hurt him or anything for years, and then Zanetti won at Indy, and Beaubier crashed.
That was
twice
the
in
weekend. I believe that Indy weekend is the weekend that Cam Beaubier crashed like twice in the weekend and bounced
think
one
so,
of the
yeah.
bikes off the wall.
Like literally, I just saw Ducati in like a black suit and white boots, and like my
Yeah.
Conor McGregor instincts kicked out. Who the fuck is that guy?
Oh
like,
wow,
yeah.
dude!
I was like, who is that? Like Zanetti, holy shit. I followed him on Instagram, started liking 25 of his posts in order. Like, I was like, man, this kid, I can't wait to see him next year. Boom, Loris Paz. Oh, never mind.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
Wow.
I love Loris, but I was
that
like,
the-
damn, all right.
Was that the
I
same
guess.
weekend that Schultz like broke his leg? Like the bike hit him?
Yeah,
When he wrecked
that
into
may have
the-
been.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
I
Yeah.
I think
so.
it was the same
Yeah.
weekend because I think
Yeah,
I think
I
Bobby
think it
Flung
was.
was still racing for Suzuki at the time.
Yep, I
And
think he
Kyle
was.
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
And Kyle
Doing the Ducati
Wyman
thing.
was on
Well,
the
the
on the
Yamaha,
privateer.
wasn't he?
No, Kyle was doing the Ducati
Why,
thing.
Wyman's
Okay.
a duck.
What-
Yeah. Yeah. Tony Elias was there too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was his last
I
year.
think actually
That's
that
who
was
those
like-
guys
he
need to
was-
call, man.
Yeah, right. Get a lease back.
I don't know if
yeah.
Tony
Could you
wants to
imagine
race like that
Elias on
anymore.
a Ducati? Holy shit!
Well,
That thing would-
He did.
Didn't originally before Boz got the ride. I heard Elise was supposed to get it, but I don't know what happened with that. And then Boz ended up getting it.
I don't know, man. Tony's
I
Tony's
love
living. He's like living the dream now, being like super dad, and then showing up to like damn near every track day in SoCal to coach people.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. Like
Yeah,
that,
there's
dude, that dude's a trip.
He
Oh, yeah.
he was my favorite, and I finally got to meet him when he was filling in for the Attack Yamaha boys, and the size discrepancy between me and that man was just insane. But I was the nervous one. I was like, "Hey, Tony, sir, oh man, it's so nice to meet you." And I'm like this gigantic hulking being,
That's awesome.
and he's like so tiny. He
Man,
was on
You
that
walk, up
Ducati.
to, you walk up to him and you go, "Oh, it's Tony Elias." You're like, "Oh," and then you're like, "Oh, crap."
I'm like, it's Tony. Damn, how you doing, bro? Like I was pointing my hand down. But he was on that Kyle Wyman Panera Ducati,
Yeah.
ugly ass bike.
"Yeah."
so-
when Kyle
Wow,
was hurt.
dude, you're just like
That's-
super
Am I,
opinionated, huh?
am I lying? Am I lying?
No.
I mean,
Kyle
it
hurt-
it looked like it had the graphics of a UPS man. I mean,
It
there
did,
was-
yes.
There you go. See, so
It did.
you can't
Oh, wow.
you can't just point daggers at me and then just go, he's kind of right, yo.
I mean,
Come
it
on.
was kind of shit brown on the side.
Yeah,
I mean,
There
it
you
was,
go. That's what I'm saying. Come on, you can't.
Yeah.
Guys, y'all are on my side.
Yeah.
Don't leave me alone. But he was like he enjoyed it, but he didn't do as well as when he filled in for Attack Yamaha. I think when he got that first time ride, he got what, third place on the podium.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he did.
I'm like, what the hell?
Dude,
Yeah, those
he
attack
he
bikes are another
podiumed on
level.
the attack bike. I
Yeah.
mean, but dude, Kyle Wyman podiumed on the BMW.
Yeah, he did.
That's
Right?
true. That is
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
so that's another guy who could ride that Ducati. He already knows the Ducati. He knows all the tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always wondered what it would be like to see Kyle Wyman without Kyle Wyman having to be like the guy.
Everything.
You know?
Right.
I mean, that
everything.
dude is like
Yeah.
Such
dude
a
like
hustler.
drives the truck out there, gets all the sponsors, paints the fence, all that, and then he
Yeah.
still has to race too.
Yeah.
See,
I
the
mean,
only bad thing with Kyle is is a great rider. It's just that I don't know if he'll be able to do his like Road Racing World said, they don't know if the Kai would be okay with him doing the bagger
The Harley
stuff
thing?
for Harley Davidson. Yeah. And
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
might
yeah,
be
that'd
a
be
deal
like-
breaker.
Yeah,
true.
that's sort of like driving for Ford and Ferrari at the same time, right?
True. That's true.
Technically,
Yeah.
He's so good though. He's so good, and like
Yeah,
his mentality,
is.
his hustler's mentality, really inspires me. Because
Yeah.
man, this dude was
Panera
doing
Bread.
everything.
Dude,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about him. I didn't know that he was running his own show until
Oh,
I
yeah,
think I
dude.
saw it on Pressure to Rise, like a small story about him.
Yep.
I'm like, man, this guy's a hustler. I want to be like that guy.
Yeah, I
Just
like Kyle a lot.
Not
dude.
slapping
Yeah.
Panera on my bike.
Kyle,
But
and
props
his
to
wife
that,
are
though.
the nicest people in the world. They are so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
nice,
think-
so
I think what people are forgetting too is like the Panera Bread is whatever, right? But like that's an out of the industry sponsor that
That's
that
right.
dude
That was
brought.
insane.
That was
That
mega.
dude brought to our sport, you know, and And it's a shame to not have him on a superbike because he was always right there,
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, he even podiumed. He podiumed on that like privateer Yamaha that one time.
Yeah,
So,
he did.
I mean,
I don't know that.
On the
Yeah,
N2,
dude.
on the N2.
no, dude, no, that was his own thing, man. Like
No.
he raced an R1 superbike, and
Oh, he did?
and I used the term superbike very loosely, right?
Right.
I mean, he didn't have anything rock star on that thing. I
Right.
mean, it was super privateer. Probably, I mean, I'm guessing he had like kit electronics maybe, but I mean, he was able to podium on that thing in superbike against.
That's crazy.
I think that was. I think it was when the factory team was still running the Yamaha program, I think. But yeah, I mean, he was all emotional on the podium and all that, and it was his own effort. And I like his take on it. It's like anybody that wants to or thinks that they should race superbike, they stop making excuses and just go do it.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, coming from the hustler himself, I still don't understand how he landed freaking Panera. I wonder what that conversation was like. Damn, this is some good bread. Let's slap it on my bike. Yo, can I talk to your manager?
like, is that how sponsorship deals go? You go to the
I
restaurant.
love your soup.
I would. This soup is really good. How could I seek sponsorship from your fine establishment? Is that how it?
Yeah.
But that's great. I feel like and forgive my ignorance, but I feel like I think more riders should do that. They should find something that's like completely left field like that, and you never know, that might give them a shot. Like I
think
forgot
that's
whose
what our sport's
podcast.
missing.
Yeah, I
outside
forgot whose
sponsorship.
podcast, Chris, that we were talking on, but I was like, why don't we reach out to like gyms or
Tide.
yeah, like Tide or like candy,
Yeah.
like candy brands, like stuff like that. Like try to find money. Like just try to find money. You don't have to go to freaking Castrol because it's oil and it's related to your bike. Like I feel like
I think
take that Panera approach.
I think you've got a good idea there. I mean, a lot of people go to this. And it's like the motorcycle industry is super small, right? And everybody naturally kind of goes after the same stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
You gotta go
Valvoline,
outside,
like
whatever.
Maxima could only sponsor so many dudes.
Right.
For real.
Right.
Reach out to Hershey's, man, or
Yeah,
FedEx.
reach out to Hershey. Or Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I mean, there
Could
was
you
that.
imagine?
There was that privateer dude back in the day, a few years ago. Like that dude was rocking Jelly Bellies. And he had-
No
that
way.
was,
For
yeah,
real?
Roy.
yeah, he had
His name was Roy.
Roy what?
Oh shoot.
Hold up. Let me think.
Holt?
Roy.
Holt? No,
It might have been Holster.
Holt,
Roy
yeah,
Holster.
yeah. That
Yep.
dude, he would roll up, and outside of his pit, he had like Jelly Belly samples.
He was giving
all
them
that.
away. Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
fire.
Yeah, and then
Well, look
I mean,
Joe Lomandry, we call him Bazooka Joe, and we'll throw like bubble gum ad for Bazooka Joe gum.
yeah,
There's another sponsor if they could ever get that in line.
Oh shit, for real? Bazooka Gum sponsored a.
yeah.
No,
That's
no,
wild.
They don't sponsor him. But
Oh.
his nickname is Bazooka Joe.
Yeah.
Moyer, Moyer's gonna send out the proposal for Joe Manchin on that one.
Yeah.
Are they still
10%
around?
commission
Bazooka
now.
Gum?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's wild. Yo, reach out to Samsung, bro. I'm
Yeah, I
guardian
mean-
of the Galaxy bike.
I remember for a couple years, Heron would bring out Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel sponsored him, and they would come out and cook chili dogs.
Yeah.
That's fire.
All the fans
Look at Harry now.
walking around with chili dogs.
OnlyFans stuff too.
Yes.
True.
As
That's true.
funny
I
as
mean,
it
That's
is,
outside the
I
box,
respect
dude.
that
That's outside
Yeah.
the box. The dude's trying to
I
make a
respect
living,
that.
Yeah.
so much.
I mean,
Yes.
Yep.
Because it's a growing company.
it's a
they're
trending
making
company
shit-
too.
It's a trending company, and it's making
Yeah.
shit tons of money.
Yeah.
And that was great how he landed that. I want to know what that conversation was like too.
Probably something like the same way as your Panera story.
He's like,
So,
"Do
yo,
I
I
get
spent-
free prescriptions
I
every
can
month?"
sit on my bike with my leathers or
Wow.
without my leathers.
That's awesome.
I have
I
a
mean,
sweaty pair of an undersuit that I can sell. Like,
I mean, honestly, that dude also kind of brought Fresh and Lean to the
Yeah, he
sport
did.
too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
yeah. So the
That's
owner
nice.
of Fresh and Lean, he's a rider. He races an R1. Super nice guy. His name's Thomas. And yeah, I mean Thomas is all about it, and you know he Heron kind of brought him to the Yamaha team last year, and you know I guess the team did such a good job that you know I guess they stayed on board, right?
Wow.
So
Now look where
but
they are
now
now.
they're everywhere, dude. Like
Yeah.
they're I mean TV commercials, all kinds of like on regular TV, not just like motorbike TV, you know. So
You guys ever tried their food?
yeah, I mean, with the race team, they have a fridge of it at the track, so you know, pretty much have that for lunch every day when you're on that team. So,
And the logo is fire, and the name Fresh and Lean, the double entendre, where it's not only referring to healthy meals, but it also can translate to the literal motion of a superbike. So Heron bringing that in, and the president of that company, genius.
so I'm just gonna throw it out there. August Nord, privateer racer, she just commented, and I don't know if you guys know her, but she's the one that rides that kind of like red R6, the tiger stripe thing,
Right.
and she's like, I must be the only person in the world that doesn't like Kyle.
I've never met him, so I can't say anything.
August Nord, like Kyle's such a nice guy. Why are you gonna hate, dude?
Why do you
Kyle's
not like
awesome.
him?
This is
not
great.
like Kyle?
I ain't the only villain, bro. This is wonderful.
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
start some shit in MotoAmerica. I swear to God. And I apologize in advance to my fellow co-host Kris and Co. But yo, they're all gonna hate me, yo.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so
Nah, it's good, man.
so back to the Ducati. You know, so we've talked Chaz Davies, right? And then
Right.
Lorenzo Zanetti, Kyle Wyman, and
Right.
you know, Hector. You
Right.
know, and they're saying Cam Bobier, but dude, I think Cam's taken, man.
No.
I think that dude is
Did he sign anything for BMW yet? For Tyler's Racing?
I mean, it really looks like he's going that way. I don't know the details or whatever, but it seems like they're going that way. So I'm kind of
I would like to see him on the duck.
yeah. I've been seeing people saying that, but dude, I think he might transform
I
that
think,
BMW.
yeah, that
could.
BMW.
That
seems-
dude is
Yeah.
that dude is the guy that you like. If you're building a super bike and that dude's available, like
That's who you
I
want.
mean, yeah, like I would imagine he's heavily sought after dude. I mean,
Yep.
you know, like I
Right,
said,
right.
his MotoAmerica finishes and results and stuff, I don't think had any reflection on his talent whatsoever. And I saw people
Yeah.
shitting on him all season. And I'm like, man, you guys are morons, dude.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
guy is a beast.
He is a beast.
You know.
Absolutely.
On my end, watching him, it was more of like, oh, this is unfortunate. Oh, this is
Yeah.
unfortunate. This is trash. This is trash.
Oh, dude, he
Not
had us
him is
yelling at
trash,
the
but
TV,
this
bro.
is just trash. Huh?
Yeah, I said he had us yelling at the TV, like, God damn it, no!
Yeah. Oh
What the
my
fuck are you
God.
doing?
Like, how many times did you have that?
I was at Coda, bro. I was at Coda, and like, you know, as someone who's working a track marshal, you're not really allowed to cheer for whoever you want to cheer for. You have to be impartial. But
Right.
God damn it, when he was coming through, I was like, let's go CB.
Yeah.
And I got my corner going. Hey man, you need to chill out. I was like, you don't understand. You don't understand. Like this could happen. Cameron Bobier crashes, turn. Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like when that happened, I wouldn't even watch the rest of the race. I'm like, never mind. I don't even give a shit about that race.
It was so unfortunate, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
Oh,
I was
Lord have
heartbroken.
mercy.
Yeah.
Still a monster of a rider. I can't wait to see him. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Okay, so how about Forez? Xavi Forez? How do you say?
Xavi Flores? Yes.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him. Sorry.
I don't know if he'd be a good fit, man, for Ducati, even though
Dude,
he's
he
had
raced
history.
the Ducati before.
I know.
He was on a Barney.
He
He raced for Barney.
But the thing is, though, man, you're coming to American tracks from European tracks, and I just see the past history. It's been a little bit harder for some of those guys to come here and adapt as quickly as it is for us to go over there and adapt to their style of racetracks.
I'm
right?
like,
Plus, hold on. When you get on the Ducati, right, you got to realize when they built that bike, they built it around Pirelli tires. So when you throw Dunlops on it, I'm sure it changed the whole geometry on it, right? And so now they got to find that sweet spot. And the problem is, you keep changing riders, it hurts you.
Yeah.
Right. So they need to get somebody on there.
You bring those Europe riders, it's not a Dunlop dominated overseas. It's Pirelli or Dunlop or Michelin. So they can run the factory Pirellis on a factory Ducati. And like you said, you bring them over here where MotoAmerica, it's Dunlop only. It's a completely different thing. It's like it's different compounds, different this and different that.
Tire profiles, the whole nine.
Yeah, you can't just throw them on there and expect them to go, hey, you got this.
Right.
I got to learn this.
I'm going to win Daytona now. Watch.
You know what? Add one more name to that. Tito Rabat. Let's go.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, let's bring Marco Melandri out of retirement, right? Like, how many, like, washed up MotoGP guys can they just cram into that team, right? Like,
hell, bring Danny Perdosa over.
Yeah, or Dovey, right?
Dovey. Yeah. I
think that would be some shit.
A Ducati again, though. I think he's like, nah.
This bike is a garbage.
So we do have a commenter. Jeffo51 says part of Herron's contract was that if he won the Supersport Championship, he would get the Superbike ride next season, but thinks he wants to rock the #1 plate in Supersport next year.
I don't think Herron's going to return to Supersport. Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Herron goes on that Superbike. I mean, like I said, the dude is definitely on that team, and the guy they wanted went somewhere else.
Yeah. And they love Herron. They apparently love him too.
America is a garbage. I'm going there.
Dude. Wow.
Yo, this is too fun, bro.
Yes.
This is too fun.
I mean, the dude, after that, what was it, VIR, right?
Yeah, the VIR
thing. I was like, what the hell, dude? But I mean, like I said, it probably sounded way better in Italian. Like having him say it
pissed
in
that
English.
Nobody came running to him the minute he wrecked. It's like there's 15 other bikes that are about to come through at 130, 140 miles an hour. Your ass can wait.
I mean, it's like if you're the corner worker in that situation, right? Do you really want to be on track trying to play chicken with bikes at 180 miles an hour? I don't think so, dude.
No.
And
my man was like, "Where's my helicopter?"
I got this.
And the bikes that can't even see you until they get to you, basically, because it's like that blind rise kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's going into turn 1 where he kind of wrecked. So it was like it's a little turn, a little bit up, and they're battling for position. They're not slowing down anytime soon.
Hell no.
So you know what, Richard? So tell me, I actually talked to Sherm today.
Okay.
And so tell me a little bit about. Oh, stop! So that dude's fun. All those CFE dudes are
Mark,
really fun.
He is great. I like Mark. Mark, Nick, all the guys. I love them all. Tell us about CFE. Where we are?
Yeah, tell me your story of CFE, because I got the story of CFE from Mark today, but I want to see what you say.
Okay. Good God. We are just a bunch of fans. Best way to describe it. We love the sport. We love the progression of the sport. We want to make the sport better by being as crazy and loud, obnoxious at the finish line is what everyone wants. Everyone wants that person to be there that's going, yeah, you did it. Yeah, you did it. And just be loud, because especially the younger generation, the younger riders, they love it because it's like it shows someone that is there for them. I was like, you go to some of these sporting events, example, NASCAR, even like dirt riding or like circle track, you cannot always get up to the drivers. You cannot always get up to the teams. You can't get personal with everything. We can literally walk up to a garage, see Gagne there, Peterson, Elias. Whenever they're all there, if they're not busy, they'll come out there and talk to you. They have no problem doing it. They love seeing us up there because they know we're there to have fun. We are a fan of everyone that races, because we know this is a dangerous sport. Dustin, we talked about this before. I said it's a dangerous sport. You could, in essence, die, unfortunately, going out there and doing something you love. So we go out there and we try to show that these guys, that no matter what happens, wreck, crash, anything, you have a bad day, we are still your fans. We will still love you no matter what is going on. Example, Kim Peterson at Jersey wrecked that on that Sunday. Came back in. First thing I did, I found Kim Peterson, made sure he was okay. He came in, he said, I'm a little banged up. We talked for like 10, 15 minutes, and he was still banged up. I said,
such a good
take
guy.
care of yourself. I'll come find you later and we'll talk. We talked for a little bit after that. But he was happy that everyone checks up on him, but he knows that certain people just go, oh, hey, how you doing? We actually generally care. Like, and we try to push this on everyone. I was like, you've been there and seen us at the podiums for Pittsburgh and Jersey. You see how wild we can get, right?
So you guys mostly do Pittsburgh and Jersey, is that right?
That's kind of our home in a sense.
Okay.
I'm based out of Harrisburg, PA. Majority of us are in the area of Harrisburg. So VIR, Pittsburgh, Jersey, about 4 or 5 hours, give or take. So that's kind of like our home tracks. So we'll go there, have fun.
Sherm told me the CFE name actually came from Trig Westby. I was like, no shit.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
nice.
Some of the history, I'm not familiar with. I need to be taught.
I think you need to know a little more if you're gonna rock that shirt.
Some initiation.
No, I would beat. I was beat up. But I've been around.
Instead of getting jumped in, you got loved in.
It's always love. We always have so much fun. El Duque, Nick. I knew Nick before. I currently work with him at the shop, at our local Yamaha shop. I knew him before I worked there, just being general customer and everything else. So when I was 2 years before I started work there, he said, come to a MotoAmerica event. You will have a time of your life. I was like, I don't know anyone that rides. I really just ride by myself type of thing. He said, just show up. You'll have fun. I'll take care of you. I'll introduce you to people. I showed up. I was there for 3 days. Never took a smile off my face. I was having so much fun. Those guys are hilarious. And some of the stuff that goes on, can't really say on TV or YouTube anymore. But you've heard the stories of us going around at night and Nick trying to challenge people to punch him in the stomach. Nick's a hilarious guy. He's one of those guys. If you go on Saturday night, we'll all go around, meet everyone, hang out with everyone. Everyone's getting prepared for Sunday morning, recovering from Saturday. If they had any accidents, we'll check in. Like last year, we checked in with Max Van. He had Saturday at Jersey, so we went there, saw how he's doing, talked to his dad for a little while, see if they need anything, and just checked in with him. Went down to Stephen Mesa's pit, same thing. See how he was doing, see if Mom Mesa needed anything. And it's like a family affair. Like, we're the distant cousins you don't see often, but when you see us, it's something you'll remember.
Well, Kris and Jewls, you guys recognize these guys, right? Like the CFE dudes from TV and stuff.
Yes.
So, I'd seen them for years, and I thought they were kind of like hanging out, supporting some privateer dude, or like maybe their cousin or something was a 600
That's
guy,
what I thought too.
right? And dude, it was only until this year I realized they weren't. They were just fans, dude. I was like, wow, that's kind of awesome, man.
That's awesome. Yes, it is.
So talking to Sherm and how Trig Westby gave them the name basically, and they just the way Sherm tells it, it's like it came straight from Trig. He's like, man, you guys are the coolest fuckers ever, right? And then somehow it, to be PG&E, they had to, they had to change it to craziest fans ever or something like that. or
That's
the coolest
awesome.
coolest fans ever. I guess that works too.
Yeah, we
but
always
yeah,
say
it's really
I always
cool.
say the craziest fans ever. That's what I always say. Craziest fans ever is the best way to describe us.
That's awesome.
Best example was like this year. We were up there. Heron just won the championship on Saturday for stock. So we're all up front. There's this little girl that was probably 10, 11 years old. First time being at a MotoAmerica event. Parents were with us. Sherm was even with us. He said, come with us. Gets the little girl. She comes up with us. And we get inside the podium area. Like right in front of the metal gates. So she's with us. We give her one of our hats. So then Heron wins. So Heron, they give her a shirt from Ducati that says Heron, that's the #1 plate. Well, the best part of the story was Hayes podium, or Hayes won that. Hayes won that on Saturday. She got his Dunlop hat. So Sherm gave her a pen, go get this signed. So he met Hayes at his little camp, and he says, you know what? I keep my hats. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll give you one of my boots and sign one of my boots. Nice. And he got back to that. Now, I love the fact that this girl has never been to a MotoAmerica event with her family. It's the first time ever there. She got in front row, got the yellow little head off, got a shirt, she got a hat from us, and got a boot from probably one of the best riders in MotoAmerica history. Absolutely. Kind of argumentative. And what other sport could you go and that would happen? Like, could you go to an NFL game and get something like that, unless you're paying a couple $100 for front row seats and be there super, super early. But then the wide receiver, quarterback, whoever the player is, may have had a bad day, doesn't want to talk to fans. All these guys love talking to fans. There's never been an instance where, like, Gagne didn't want to talk to someone. Peterson didn't want to talk. Schultz didn't. Schultz didn't want to talk to someone. Schultz would rap.
I mean, Jake,
and we would give you a couple minutes, and then we'll talk to you. So, but
yeah, Jake likes to do the because they always end up with all these trophies. So Jake
he gives them away.
Dude, he just gives them. He finds some kid and gives it away. It's so
gives
funny.
Away the trophy.
And you know, they're those MotoAmerica ones. They're like heavy.
Yeah.
Schultz did that. The best one of the nice stories I heard. That's why I love Westby Racing and Schultz. My first year going to my very first MotoAmerica event, Schultz got second, I think, on a Saturday. Had his trophy, gave it to a little girl. I loved it. She didn't even ask for it. She's just standing there. Well, what I found out then, the following year, she was racing because he gave her that trophy.
Nice.
She got a bike, started racing, and I asked Schultz's mom. She explained the story because I said, your son's a great man because he gives these trophies to these kids, and you could just see the light in their face when it comes up. It's like, holy crap! Like, you can't buy this. Like, this isn't something you can buy. Like, it's life changing to some of these people and some of these kids. Absolutely. And his mom told me, it's like, this girl, the girl that he gave it to last year, started track riding, and actually they kept in contact a little bit. I was like, no. I was like, you need to get a hold of some type of newspaper, some type of like ESPN style
media outlet.
This is a this is a feel good story that would benefit everyone in the community. And I was like, you just got to do it. But
so we just got a
he
what's
does it
up
at a lot of races.
We just got a what's up from Bobby Levitt out in back east. The Box O'Toole's guy.
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah,
Ricky Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
What's up? And Richard, that girl grew up to be Kayla Yaakov. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no shit, right? I was just thinking. I was wondering where he was going with that, dude.
Grew up to be Kayla Yaakov.
Yeah.
Dude, let's talk about some of the other classes, right? Speaking of Kayla Yakov, I mean, I guess she's gonna ride for
dominance
Melissa.
in the making.
Yes, she is.
For real.
Dude.
Yes.
I'm a Gus Rodeo fan.
Being in Portugal, and she was doing that R3 final thing.
Yep.
And you know,
she was smoking people like good weed.
She was absolutely murdering people until the front straightaway, and then I mean, there was this kid. I swear, dude, there was this little kid. He was like, I guess they didn't do any balancing or anything for the weight of the bikes like they did last year. So there was this one kid that like weighed nothing, and he was just destroying everybody on the straights. And on the last lap of the second race, this kid high sides, and Kayla was in the lead, and he had passed her right there, and she had to kind of check up to avoid hitting the dude.
Right.
And so she ends up on the box, and I tell my wife, I'm like, okay, we're going to the podium, and we're gonna full on CFE this shit and like make a scene. We're gonna be the ugly Americans, and it was totally worth it. Like I lost my voice for like a week. Like I could barely talk when I got back from Spain.
You talk to Sherman, and you can ask Mark this too. He'll say like compared to like how we act at podium, we're nothing compared to some of those European fans. Some of those MotoGP fans, they're insane. Like they're screaming. They have like air horns and smoke bombs and stuff like that. We're just yelling.
That's me.
There was a pool. There was a pool in Portugal, and it had a big sign on it that said "No swimming." And these two guys, I don't know what country they were from. I'm guessing Germany. I don't know why, but they got in the pool and straight up got naked. Like my wife was telling me, I'm in the pits, and she's like out reading. She's like reading a book over by the vendors or whatever, and she's like, "You're not gonna believe this. These guys just jumped in the pool. Oh wait, they just got out of the pool and now they're naked."
Let's take off the clothes and jump in the pool, yeah.
Wow,
have a very good time. Yo, your European fans are crazy. They'll kill each other and cause riots over a soccer game, bro. Like. World Cup's happening right now, and I'm just waiting for the next big fight to happen.
Oh man, yeah, I don't. I'm like, wow, they get so excited about soccer.
They do. I know they do.
They get so they start riots and whatnot. Thank God. I don't think that's ever translated to MotoGP, right? Like we've never seen.
I mean, I've seen some fist fights over the years in club racing, but I've never.
Yeah. My dude's the fastest. Like I don't know.
Yeah. And then like I've seen some pretty upset racer dads get all physical.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure of that.
Speaking of racer dad, can I just bring up the story just real quick?
Go ahead, dude. I'm all about talking shit about racer dads.
So, racer dads, fucking Flinders pops, yo.
What?
So
I did not expect you to go there, dude.
Yeah.
You remember when Petrucci rammed in between both Flinders and Skoltz, and Petrucci gave him like the good old
American
dude.
Yes.
So it knocked off Flinders right a clip on.
Right. Yep.
And then when Flinders returned to the pit, his pops was like, "Yo, what happened?" He's like, "Oh, Petrucci like freaking hit me, and then it broke." And then according to Flinders, Mr. Flinders was about to go up to that Warhorse tent and start some shit, and I was like, "That is gangster. That is gangster."
Yeah, that's straight.
Wow.
Yep.
I forgot the rest of the story, like who stopped them from doing that or like who held them back. But
dude,
man, that would have been crazy shit.
That's like, I mean, isn't it a little bit like SDK's dad throwing the bottle of water? Like, do you remember that? SDK's like he tossed the bottle of water and hit that dude hit Hayden Gillum in the head, dude.
That's hilarious.
Right?
It's always fun to hear stories like that, man, because you never you never thought that shit like that would happen, because they keep it so clean
in the
on
pros.
TV.
You would never think something like that would happen in the pros, but nobody would ever think that shit with Petrucci would happen either, man.
That's true.
I mean, the video of Skoltz was like, what?
I was crying, yo.
They're both sitting like this, going, "What the hell just happened?
What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, Scholes was Flinders was this close to being a pro soccer player. So if Petrucci were to receive a kick from that dude, it would have been game over.
Wow.
Scholes is built like a tank. So I'm sorry, Petrucci, you lose both ways physically. There was a fight. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Danilo's nasty at jiu-jitsu. I don't know.
I think Flinders was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
I don't think he was.
like the
just
one of the
wasn't
nicest
fair.
dudes in the world. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Max super awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think there was anything targeted towards Flinders. I think he just was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
At the wrong time.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
hilarious.
unfortunate some stupid shit ends up with broken parts for a privateer guy who they're coming out of pocket for that. It's not like they're sponsored or whatever. So.
That's right.
But you gotta think he must have hit him that hard to break a clip on.
Dude, it don't take a whole lot to break a clip on, bro. Like,
No, it don't.
Have you like held the clip on bar in your hand, dude? The bar tubes are they're made to like
break.
They're trash, dude.
They're
made to break.
I don't know. I thought it required a little bit of force. So like when he just gets doink, and then the thing came off.
mean, if you catch those things just right, man, they're
a snap.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna be careful with mine then.
So I mean, do any of you guys ride on the track at all, or?
I
do track days
next year.
You do track days?
Yeah.
And Jewls is
I've
still
done
a virgin?
one. I'm planning on doing 2 next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So CFE.
We basically live at the track out here in California, man. Like
I know you do, and I'm gonna come see you next year.
I invited all 3 of you dummies to come out and ride.
I know.
Just got to figure out
we're
when.
coming.
I'll be there, man.
We will.
I gotta get a bike out there, man. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get a bike.
You gotta do what?
Get the bike out there. Get my nice little R1 out there. I'll have some fun.
The pit chair and popcorn. That was with the old Ridiculous team. This was Irate Barry. He's from I can't remember the name of the dealership. It's a big dealership in Utah. Sorry, Barry. I got bad short-term memory. I can't remember. But dude, Barry is saying that was the Ridiculous team. That's right. That's a shame. Do you remember Ridiculous?
Yeah,
the dudes that I want to say they
had a purple bike.
Were they Seagrams or Bartles or something? Crown Royal money. Yeah, it was Crown. It was the Crown Royal people.
That's fire.
Didn't Gillum ride for them? Wasn't that?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what we were talking about. Remember how he got smashed in the head with the water bottle? Yeah.
Oh,
that team was around for a few years, and I don't know what they're into now, but it was they had a school out here and stuff. I mean, dude, they had they had a school, and it was like a semi truck with like a fleet of bikes, and they even had race cars. Like I guess part of the school, you would do laps in the race car. Like it was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Crown Royal?
No, the Crown Royal people. Like it's called. It was called Ridiculous. Like the owner. I don't know why they called him Rick because his name wasn't Rick. it's like a college nickname or something. But it was like there was like Papa Rick. Like the dad. They called him Papa Rick, and then. But Ken Hill coached for those guys, and Turpin, and. They had a solid program, man, and then they just folded up and went and did something else.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like a Crown Royal sponsored team. Like, shoot, I love
dude.
Crown
like
athlete.
The owners, like the people that are like stakeholders in like that world. Yeah.
Damn.
Like if you look at the Ridiculous logo.
Yeah, I remember the bike that they had. It was all purple. It was all the Crown Royal colors and everything.
Yeah.
Gil wore like a suit that had all Crown Royal stuff it looked like on it, but they couldn't put Crown Royal on it.
Because of alcohol.
I remember him being on that bike and him being so big on that bike compared to what it was. Like I remember him just like his legs just stuck out so far no matter what he did. Because that was R6. That was an R6, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, pretty sure it was R6.
Yeah, because I saw that for sale here recently. That bike was up for sale on a couple of Facebook forums at some point.
Nice.
Yeah,
and they were asking for like $18,000 to $20,000 for it. and it was like
Wow.
it was
Yeah, I
full
mean,
built with another motor
they
or
were
something like that.
I think they were doing Graves bikes. I mean, they were buying bikes straight up from Chuck.
Yeah, I
And
think they
Oh,
were.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they
I
were
see.
Graves
I think they were
bikes.
too.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, I
we
see
need
right
another
here. Yeah,
team like that. I mean, so in those other
have a
classes,
backwoods team.
like I was saying, I just sent you guys the Ridiculous logo in our
Yeah, I see
chat.
it. Yeah.
But you know, in those other classes, like I said, you were talking about Kayla Yakov earlier, and I
Mhm.
believe she's stepping up to the twins class this year.
She is. Yep.
And
Yeah.
With
I think
Melissa Paris.
yep, with
Yep.
Melly's team, yep.
Yep.
And I think there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings in the
I
twins
think
class,
there
dude.
is. I think there is. I think Kayla's gonna win it.
Any class of Kayla
do you-
races in leaves in hurt feelings.
Straight.
Yes.
A
Do you think
dominance.
Kayla should have stayed another year down in Junior Cup though? Do you
Dude,
think
I
it's
don't
too
think
early
so
for her to
because
jump up?
she's
Yeah.
no, because I think she's kind of done what she's going to do in that class, and the twins class is kind of the next progression up.
Yeah.
It used to be a pretty big jump from the little bike class to the 600 class,
Yeah.
but now
Yeah.
it's like, dude, now there's that twins class, and that class is kind of a tuner class too, so they can tune those things up and
Yeah.
do some
It's
crazy
a good
stuff with
progression.
them.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. I mean, look what she did to those poor European kids in Portugal, man. She don't need to be
They were
running.
crying.
Fucking epic is
She
what
don't.
happened.
She don't need to be messing around in that baby class no more, man.
No,
She needs to
no.
go up and, you know what I mean? Like,
I do.
and I mean, at that tire test, she was on R6 riding around. So I was
Yeah,
like,
she was.
okay,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That was the
That-
first
No
Yeah,
license
yeah,
and everything. Like-
Yeah.
It was that black R6 that they had built recently, wasn't it?
Said no license.
I mean, Chris Ulrich jokes about this, but I remember Chris Ulrich was like in his mid-20s or something before he got a license to ride motorbikes on the street.
Yo,
A lot of them don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, like freaking Jonathan Ray got his motorcycle license like last year or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, that shit is hilarious.
Dude, ride on the
I've
streets.
never.
Right? I mean,
Yeah,
do you ride on the street, Jules?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that years ago, man. We're so busy riding on the track, and everybody here, driving around in LA area on a motorcycle is just kind of
Scary.
I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just not
Yeah.
down for that.
I know that's
yeah.
right.
I'm getting to that point because like I realized like when I got into this whole thing, like I had a calling beyond just riding in the street, and then I've been on the same group rides. Shout out to Hudson Valley Motorcycles, but I've been on the same group rides through the same roads, through the same shitty traffic, almost getting killed like 3 times. I'm just like, it's cool pulling up to like a club or like to the gym on your bike, have all the biddies looking at you.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's just like I can't have fun with this thing on the street like I want to.
Yeah.
You know what
Like,
I mean?
I know.
Okay,
when I
so
did my-
just a heads up,
before I did my-
Barry, my buddy Barry, like he reminded me his shop's name, so I'm like, okay, Moto United, got to throw that out there.
United.
Because, dude, Moto United,
Shout
we did that track day circus thing a couple of years in a row, and dude, Barry came up and sponsored the thing. We were with Legion Moto out of Colorado. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
And then these guys out of Vegas, Apex Assassins. So the 3 orgs.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we called this
What a
thing
name.
the track day circuit, the summer track day circus, and we did the perimeter track at Utah a couple years in a row. The last couple years.
Nice.
And Barry had this gigantic paddock space. I mean, it was like he basically emptied out his dealership and put it in the parking lot, dude. It was pretty badass. Like,
I bet.
yeah,
Such an intimidating
Yeah, I
event.
bet.
yeah. So anyway, and then
No,
and then
what I was gonna say,
Ricky Bobby's saying that because we were talking about Ridiculous. I'm just reading comments while I'm talking, but we were talking about Ridiculous, and he says he misses the Danny Walker and the Road Race Factory, the Red Bull Road Race Factory. I don't know if you guys remember
Thick ass
that.
names, yo.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, that was the team that Gagne rode for back in the day. They did the 600 thing, and then they did Stock 1000, and then they did a year or two. I think they did a year in Superbike on that. They had a Honda that Jake rode for as well.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
he went
he
to
did.
replace Nicky.
Yeah.
And then, dude, after that year, they just were like, they were done. They went back to doing their little bike school thing. So
Yes.
Now, what I was going to say to Jules is, like you said about being riding again, I don't want to say boring on the street. Everyone I've ever talked to, and Dustin, Chris, you can probably attest to this. You will go to a track day, ride on the track, and you will immediately ride 1,000 on the street just from one track day.
Oh
You
yeah.
won't ride as fast. You won't take as many chances.
Yep.
You'll have the same mentality. Like, it's maybe not boring, but like you don't get the adrenaline rush. Like
Right.
jumping onto the track, going down a straightaway, hitting 150 miles an hour, and then slowing it down to 40 per turn.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You can't do that on the street. It's like there's
Nope.
nothing.
You can if you want to
it.
die.
Especially here in New York.
Yeah, if you can in the mountains, you know, there's mountains right here, you know, right down the road.
Yeah, mine up here too.
Angeles,
Like 20
you
miles
know, Angeles Crest Highway, and yeah, dude, like I mean,
It's
there's
still not as fun as the track.
no, and the thing is,
No.
I mean, I haven't ridden on the canyons on a motorcycle in years, and I go up there on my bicycle quite a bit, and it's kind of funny running into my customers at the top of the mountain. They're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Right? So,
Yeah. You're all dragging elbow and shit on the
dude,
canyon.
the only person that I've come across that I am not a big fan of, and I'm not even gonna say his name because he's like a YouTube guy or whatever. But this, I mean, you could probably
Can I take a guess?
You could probably figure out who it is
I
just
can-
by the
yes,
content.
probably too.
Max
cra-
wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that dude kind of
Anyway,
that dude around a corner, that dude kind of brushed my elbow while I was riding my bicycle in the mountains, and I still owe that guy a one-way conversation.
no, that's right.
How you
No.
doing?
Yeah, so not stoked on that dude, but
No,
I mean
no.
I mean, there's a lot of people that do that, and I mean that dude takes so much risk, you know.
No.
And
Oh,
I'm just like, I'm getting old now, and then, you know, like I'm all broken. Like I'm the old guy that's still riding pretty quick, but like I need to get some tune-ups on some of my limbs. I guess
Right,
you could
right.
say.
Gotta oil your
Right.
knees.
Yeah, the shoulders so
The
bad,
shoulders.
dude.
Oh yeah. I remember you talking
Yeah,
about that. Yeah.
dude, it's so bad. So, but yeah, like riding like that in the mountains is just asking for trouble, man.
It is.
Well, it's like how many
Yeah.
bikes has he destroyed riding through the mountains like that? He's destroyed a couple dozen
Bro,
bikes.
Like I
sure
said,
is.
I wasn't mentioning any names, but good guess, guys.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna talk about him because what is his credit score looking like? What is his insurance, man?
That's
'Cause
what I was
damn,
thinking. I was like,
Damn,
who's
yo.
financing this dude to
brand
buy
spanking
these
new bikes.
All the time too.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Yeah.
I watch these crash compilations.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some more comments, guys.
Uh-oh.
Who's gonna take the stock 1,000 now that Corey Alexander has moved up to Superbike?
Ooh.
I mean, that
Oh.
stock 1,000 class, it's kind of they kind of flipped
Airy.
it upside down, right? Because it's now it's
Yeah.
like 5 rounds or something, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
from what I understand, I mean, I think Michael Gilbert's just gonna do the Superbike thing. You know, so maybe that class will turn into more of like a privateer building class again.
Isn't Brandon Posh from the stock 1000?
Yeah, Posh is
yeah,
still in there, yeah.
Posh is, yeah,
Posh is someone I'm looking at.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yates.
is Yates gonna keep doing that, or is he gonna just do focus on Superbike?
Oh,
I think
fantastic.
Yates would go on Superbike. To be honest
Should.
with you, yeah.
He
I just don't
deserves
see
it.
the use to super stock. I don't know, man. I just think it's hard to get
Put
good
Yates
name
on that
riders.
Ducati and see what happens.
That's yeah, right.
You know
I
what?
mean-
I was about to say that. Like,
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, Yates is a beast. Have you seen
Yes,
that guy?
a
He is,
beast. Yeah.
Yeah.
dude. He's like a gigantical chunk of muscle, and you know he's got that big smile on his face, super good
He can
attitude.
fucking ride. Yeah,
Dude, I sold that
Fucking
dude. I sold that dude an R6 like 2017, and it was mid-season, and I guess they had built an engine, and they popped an engine on their R6 like a week before Laguna Seca, or 2
Right.
weeks before Laguna Seca, and like I was gonna lease them an engine, and I was like, you know what? Why don't you just buy the thing? They're like, you'd sell it to us now? And sure. So I ended up going to lunch with him and his dad. And like
Nice.
the entire time, I'm sitting there like fanboying out like for
Aaron,
Aaron.
yeah, right.
And
Aaron, your
like,
dad.
Yeah.
and so,
Yeah, I
dude,
would too.
I got him going, dude. And he's like, yeah, we're talking about his like cool off lap shenanigans.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got her spun up pretty good. I was like, yeah, dude.
It's awesome.
Like it was worth it to sell him a bike early just so I could get that story from Aaron, man. Like that
Damn
dude is
right.
a legend.
He's a
legend.
rider's rider,
Dude, he
man.
is a legend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I just want to see him do well. I want
yeah,
to see him do well.
Yatesy. Yeah,
So
yeah.
bad.
Love to see Ashton Yates like, kind of take where his dad went. I mean, his dad was a factory Yosh rider for years, and then he rode for
Yeah.
Jordan. But he
Yeah,
rode
he
for
did.
Jordan towards the end, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he did.
I recently saw that on YouTube because Chris was like, "Yeah, there was a Jordan Suzuki team." I was like, "No, there fucking wasn't."
Yeah, there
So,
was.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, "Oh,
I mean,
shit."
imagine if we could convince that dude to come back.
Come back. I know.
I mean,
Me
I
and
know
Jules talked
how
about
much
that.
he
money.
left.
Yeah.
He left because back then, he was running a Suzuki team, and it was like he had all the money in the world, and he couldn't get the parts.
Because they wouldn't sell it to
Right,
him.
'cause Suzuki
Right.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Sell it to
yeah.
him.
And
Which I
so,
thought was
nowadays, dude, I mean, you could source the parts.
Bring
Yeah,
Gatorade
right.
back.
Yeah, I mean,
Wish.com, bro.
dude, could you imagine if Michael Jordan built another superbike team
That'd
again?
be
I mean,
epic. That would be fucking
and then
epic.
who'd ride for it?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Oh man.
I heard he was pretty bad on that thing, but he knew what he was doing. Jordan respects the motorsports game, and that's
Oh, for
that's what I
sure.
like about him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chris was telling me I don't remember the name of the riders, but apparently they did pretty decent way back when, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
I was-
decent.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah,
Steve
the-
Rapp, Ben Bostrom. I mean, they had good name riders on his team for sure.
Oh yeah.
Right,
Oh yeah.
right. And that bike wasn't half bad looking.
Jeff,
Dude, they had
I
Roger
was-
Hayden.
dude,
Hayden
every
raced
year,
for him.
every year their bike looked different, dude. Like
They did.
they never had the same bike 2 years in a row,
Nope.
dude. And their paint jobs were obnoxious as shit, and I
They
loved
were.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
because
were.
I would see Jordan Suzuki's out here on the street, and I was like, that's some like hood rat shit. Like how are you gonna slap
That was
Jordan on?
real.
But I didn't know that it's real.
That
You know
is
what I mean?
real.
So-
Yeah, dude.
So
Like,
that's great. Could you
Jules,
imagine
you
Jordan
need to-
Dainese boots?
you need to study up on your history a little bit, Jules.
No, I'm soaking it all in. Like I said, the show is like my encyclopedia. He tells me what to watch, tells me who to look up, and I'm like, man, I'm taking so much information. It's insane, especially learning from you guys and like people in the Facebook group and whatnot, just schooling me. And I'm like, this is phenomenal. Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Ricky Bobby's reminding me of Jeff May rode for the Jordan.
Yes, he did. Jeff May did. Absolutely did.
Oh geez.
Yeah, Jeff May, I can remember he was I think it was like 2003 or 4, and he was like that privateer guy racing racing a stock
Thousand.
Was
Was
it
it
stock
1,000?
thousand? Yeah, stock
Yeah.
1,000 stock
Damn.
or stock
Yeah.
1,000, and he was
Yeah.
racing that in a super bike on the tour, and then next thing you know, dude, he ends up on the Jordan team. I mean, that was pretty
Sheesh.
crazy, dude.
Yeah. It was.
And I think I can't remember who the number 23 bike was, but I think he ran the 54 bike, if I'm not mistaken. Because there was a weird time where like the races all had to have their
Jason
own.
Pridmore. Wasn't it Pridmore that ran 23 when he raced for?
Pridmore was a 43.
Okay, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. Pridmore was a 43
Yep.
because he raced for Jordan too.
Yep, he did at the end. Yep.
Actually, I met Pridmore when I went to VIR and got the Jordan baseball card that they gave out back in the day. Man,
Oh,
and had him
nice.
sign it. Had him sign it. He was like, "Oh
Damn.
shit, dude, this is fucking cool." Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So Dustin, actually, we have a mutual friend, Michael Castro. He actually has a question, two questions. One,
God damn it! Here we go.
the ice cream sandwiches is one. Okay.
what?
Yeah, ice cream sandwiches and what you think of his tattoos.
Wow, that's a loaded question for Fuzzy. Yeah. So when Fuzzy started working with me, I was running K-Tech at the time, and my friend Berto owns GP suspension, and so he called me and said, "Hey, you're running GP suspension now." And so I was like, "Okay," So I basically took the K-Tex off, sent it back to Lenny, and put the GP stuff on there. And we're talking Fuzzy's. I'm riding around my R1, first session, and I tell Fuzzy, I come in and I'm like, "Dude, I suck at setting up bikes, but like the front end kind of feels like a melting ice cream sandwich." And he looks at me and he's like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's kind of like, like when it's kind of melting, but it's not all the way melted, And it's like, And he was like,
That's where it's at its best.
He's like, "Oh, I get it." And he tuned the bike and I went like 2 seconds faster.
Nice. Nice.
I like that.
He turned around and goes, this dude's fucking crazy. What the hell did you guys get me?
Dude, I've actually heard another tuner use that. They're like, "Oh, does it feel like a melting ice?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up." Right?
10%. 10%.
10%.
Yeah. So, and then Fuzzy's tattoos. I mean, he's got a lot of them. As a result, I don't think Stanboli would ever hire him.
Is it like Aaron Canet a lot? Or?
Dude, he's Fuzzy's tatted up, man. Like Fuzzy, pretty much like
that's gangster.
Above the neck,
gangster.
Where his I don't think he's got him on his hands, but pretty much everywhere else, that dude is tatted up.
He is. He also said eyes up and let go of the brakes.
Oh, God damn it. That's what he said to me all year.
It's just a straight up shit session.
Dude, it was, dude. It was, our first time out, like, you could tell he'd worked with, he knew what he was talking about because, I'm on the R1. I was a 600 guy for a million years. And, 2015 bike comes out and I'm the R1 guy all of a sudden. And he's like, you used to race the 600, huh? I'm like, yeah, dude. How do you know? Oh, I could tell because you're riding the thing like a 600. It's 1,000, and you need to do this, and ride a gear higher everywhere, and let go of the fucking brake every once in a while, dude. Like, I'm like, I know, but it's scary.
I don't know. Like, I'm trying not to, die.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. You go fast on 1,000, it's scary. So anyway, yeah. So Barry's saying R.I.P. Lenny. Yeah, Lenny is the K-Tech guy, and he recently passed, and
he did.
I don't know what ended up getting him. I can't remember if I read what happened to him, but was it a heart attack or something? But
I think so.
I mean, that dude, he was a super.
He's a legend.
Guy. Yes. I've known him. I've known him for years. I mean, Lenny. I remember we used to do the International Motorcycle Show at Long Beach every year, and one year we had a booth like right next to him, and he was selling nitron shocks. And we're like, what the fuck is a nitron shock, right?
It's a European, yeah.
And Lenny, Lenny being Lenny was like, look, man, it's really good, this and that, it's like the best thing ever, and all that, right? You put this thing on, you go 3 seconds faster, Lenny stuff. And like we just shit on Lenny all weekend. It was super fun, and he shit on us back. He's a good sport for sure.
Yes,
and super nice guy. And I saw him at Daytona this year, and I saw him last year at every round I went to. I think Barber and Brainerd, I think. But yeah, like Lenny, he was just a fixture, and there's a big gaping hole in the sport without that guy,
Yes, there is.
And I'm not talking about Lenny being big,
he's a big dude. Yeah, he was a big dude, but
but there definitely is a hole in the sport because
yes.
I mean, dude, a lot of people worked with that guy,
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So anyway, so back to the racing crap. Right? We just shit on everything for an hour or whatever.
Right?
So we talked about that Twins Cup
right. class
with Kayla basically gonna hurt everybody's feelings.
Everybody.
What do you guys think of Super Sport? I'm giving the nod to Tyler Scott, man.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm going with Tyler Scott all the way for
tank.
sure. I mean, he was. If you take Josh Herron out of the equation, I mean, it was Scott that pretty much run the show.
Well, you can't forget or leave out Rocco, right?
Yeah,
I'm not. But Rocco didn't come on until the end of the year.
Yeah, but
Right.
Rocco's still
Damn,
on.
you
isn't
heard
he, or
the
no?
conviction in Chris's voice,
Dude.
Shit.
I know.
But at the
I mean,
same
it's
time,
like, dude,
if
you want to? Oh, Kris, do you want to go put your Ducati shirt back on, dude? Like, I mean,
That's awesome.
Yo,
But the only problem with
Tyler Scott,
Rocco,
man.
the
If you ever,
problem with Rocco though is if it was any type of weather, Rocco couldn't do nothing. He always would be 13th,
could he not
14th
do
back.
nothing, or did Rocco ride smart and get points?
He did, and he also gained knowledge. Where
And I think he
too,
also
in his
took a
first
risk
year.
one time. I think he took a risk one time and ran slicks, hoping it would dry out
Was
or
that
something.
Jersey?
He did.
That was Jersey,
Yep.
wasn't it?
I think that was Jersey.
Yeah, I think it was Jersey.
Like Rocco's
Yeah,
is
Jersey.
that dude's a beast, man. We helped
He
him out at
is.
stuff when he was young, a little bit younger, and you know, dude, honestly, this is really funny. Like I remember racing with his dad like 20 some years ago.
Nice.
Like
Nice.
I've known them forever. Like they're such good people, and
Yeah, they are. His
you
mom
go-
and
He has
dad are really
supreme
cool.
Rocco's
confidence,
mom
too.
is she is like Rocco's mom is like a real life cartoon character,
She
and
is.
she's awesome.
She is super awesome.
Animated.
Yes.
She
Yep.
like paints up her fucking hair and stuff. Like she is all about the racing, man. It's awesome.
I love to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like
So
Rocco's
what do
coming
you
soon,
what do you
though.
guys think? I'm gonna ask Daniel Goodnight's question. What are you guys' thoughts on the balancing of that class? I mean, you know, you've got that V2 Ducati thing. You've got the GSXR 750 that has fuel injection that it doesn't come with.
I
And then,
don't.
and
really
then you've got the
understand.
R6 that's like kind of built up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand that class
It's
that
weird,
much.
right?
Yeah, like after them introducing the V2 again, this might be just my lack of knowledge, but when they introduced the V2 to the middleweight class, I was like, "Are you sure?" No, we detuned it. Trust me, it's not as bad. You sure? That thing was just smoking things like good sausage, bro. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And then that 750 is quick as shit, but compared to a V2, bro, I don't know.
I mean, you know what? Going over and doing the Portugal thing, right? I mean, we were on the end of the pit lane, kind of, and so there's some of the privateer R6 guys out there, and dude, those World Super Sport R6s are insane, dude. They have like massive radiators on either side, plus the big super bike kind of radiator in the front. I mean, those things are missiles. And,
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
You know, I don't know the specifics of the class or how different it is from World Super Sport, but it seems like the R6 is still kind of the thing, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Aren't they going to stop making them?
Well, they did stop.
Yeah, they already
making them,
stopped.
right?
Yeah,
They did stop making. But wasn't there a rumor going around that they were going to try to bring the R9 over here?
Yeah,
I heard that rumor. I
V2s.
haven't seen any
I've heard that
announcements or
rumor
any of that.
No, neither have I. But I've heard that rumor too. And the only thing I can think of is that bike is going to be the one to compete with the V2. Because if they can get away with putting up this.
Have you guys ridden the MT-09 or the XSR 900? Have you guys ridden those?
No, I have not.
Nah.
Yeah, it's
I wanted to
pretty
shop.
good. I mean, we had the MT-09 SP last year at the track days, and all my instructors fought over the thing. And the thing is, I mean, it doesn't make like a ton of power on top. It kind of makes like 600 power, you know, like maybe 120 or something. But the thing it's like a stunt bike off the bottom. So you know, it's got all that torque that you don't really have on the 600.
Right.
So
yeah, I heard the MT-09s were like wheelie machines.
oh, dude, it's like a
Like
factory
instant wheelie machine.
Well, so is the MT-10, right?
Yeah, the MT-10 is too.
Yeah. I mean,
I just think
marketing dudes were at my event a couple months ago trying to scumbag me into doing an MT-10 SP to be the new 2-up sled. I'm like, nah, dude. The FZ10 is what I have, and I've had it since it came out. And we have literally beaten the living shit out of that bike the entire time we've had it, and it's a tank. I mean, you know, aside from replacing the steering head bearings every year,
that's okay.
you know, from doing 2-up rides and wheelies.
Wheelies. I was gonna say, yeah, 2-up rides and wheelies.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the steering head bearings and races pretty much come out every year.
Hammered.
Like I bring it over to Joseph at Attack, and he's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
She's that time of year again.
Yeah,
right?
you know.
Yeah, super funny.
I just think if we're gonna have a 600 class, man, it should just be 600s. If you want to have another class in that, like call it like a super hooligan. What the fuck, super hooligan, right? Why not have that with that? So it's just, I don't know.
I like the hooligans class.
I do too, man. I do too, because that allows different bikes, you know, to be raced that we're big fans of. That we'd be like, shit, that'd be a fucking great race bike, right?
August Nord just chimed in, and she says that all Rocco has to do is fix his first 5 laps. Rocco rocks.
Well, that's what he did.
Yeah,
that's what
I
he
agree.
Did towards the end of the year. That's what he did.
Yeah, he did.
The year. He was fixing his first laps, and then he would stay with everyone. And
well, I think August was at home couch surfing at the pro level because she had injured herself, I think, at some point this season. So, you know, maybe she wasn't there to get to see Rocco's firm progression there. But totally.
He's doing so well. He got protested by someone. I'm just not sure who that was.
Yeah,
he did. That's right.
I wonder, could it be a certain red team with full of red shirts?
Maybe.
Damn. Those damn red shirts, bro. Those red coats, yo.
Damn it.
I ain't saying nothing.
Super funny.
I ain't saying nothing either.
Super funny, you guys.
Please wait.
Dude. Please wait. And just a heads up, we're an hour and a half.
I gotta go because I got a flight to catch in like a few hours.
Hey, you know what, you guys? This has been super fun. I think we should
absolutely.
I mean, I would super be down to do this again. And you know what?
We're gonna be here all night.
I mean, I know I owe the Pin the Gas dudes a redo because I guess our audio was jacked up. Also, Kris had shit audio anyway.
How's my audio tonight?
He's like out in his backyard, and I was like, dude, like I can't even hear anything you're saying, bro.
We're working on it, y'all. We're
trying not to get electrocuted.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, dude, like since I talked to you guys, I got a microphone, I got headphones now. Like,
I know. Well, I got wired earbuds now, so.
Oh, that's solid. That's solid. And I think, maybe I'm brewing one up with all the CFE dudes because I think that would be fun. Get all the goons together, the whole squad. And
we'll all just trade bodies.
Yeah. All right. So, dude, you guys, this has been super fun, and
this was amazing, bro.
Man, like, I love seeing fans and talking to fans. They're like super into the road racing, you know. Still kind of. Maybe we'll do another one whenever the hell we figure out who's riding that Ducati thing.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Reaction video when they make the announcement.
Dude. Exactly.
Oh my God. No.
What a shit.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna end this thing, and good night, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this thing and subscribe and all that.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
I'll see you guys at the races.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey.